.com across the world. Mohammed Amir to start. It's a great start. You like that. As a bowler, you love the way that that new ball has just left your fingertips and you've landed it in the right area.
Yeah, without a doubt. Really big challenge here because Lahore in their first over, they're the highest strike rate for overs in the PSL, and number one over, they're up around just a little bit under 11. And then one of the highest run rates in the power play as well, but they also lose the most amount of wickets. So if they're going to get through this, they're going to have to find a happy medium, a good balance.
That is so typical of Delport. Has he got enough on this? The outfield's a little bit heavy. We've had some rain and a little bit slippery on top as well. Yeah, woke up this morning, there was a little bit of rain. Karam Pollard, what's he going to contribute today, the big man? So Delport has laid out his store, set out his store. Karachi Kings, Mohammed Amir has now got to formulate in his mind a thought process how he's going to bowl to Delport. What's our weather looking at? Partly showers, 37% chance of rain. Let's not worry about that. Let's look at Brendan McCullum. Is he going to provide us with a whirlwind?
Well, he's got a pitch that probably can produce that. I had a chat to Toby, the curator, another Aussie. We high-fived before the game after Australia's test win today.
Oh, I wondered how long it would take. It's only taken you two balls.
It's really interesting just seeing the preparation for this pitch because it's been under that carpet, almost like the HBL sign on the ground. It's just this quite a strong carpet to protect the wicket because we play the majority of the games here at Dubai. And he had a machine, it's called a Clegg hammer, and it goes up and down the pitch, and it's used for construction of roads, just to find out the firmness and how hard it is right throughout, and it was very even. So you would say it's going to be a pretty even-paced pitch, which certainly plays into the hands of big batters like Delport and McCullum.
Well bowled, well bowled. Ian Bishop is alongside as well. Bish looks a good pitch. Nice even colour and surface.
Yeah, with the inclement weather around, I'm surprised it hasn't offered a little bit more swing in these first few deliveries that we've seen. That surprises me, but I like the last ball, the short ball at Delport. He's been dismissed by the short ball in his last two innings, and I don't think it should be the last time he gets one. And how they bowl at McCullum. Yeah, I'd still go for seam, bowling straight at him.
Glove, catch. Is that a great catch? Is that the best catch that we've seen in this HBL PSL? Whoa! That is astonishingly good. Kumar Sangakkara has rolled back the years with that astonishingly agile catch. And Delport, the danger man, departs. He's gone for three. It's 4 for 1.
Yes, please. Many up zyada. Yeah, one leg. That's better. One off the over. One.
The new batsman is Fakhar Zaman. Left hand, strong bottom hand, strike rate almost 140. He likes going leg side. Oh, what a strange shot to play first up. It's 4 for 1. Delport has gone. Fakhr Zaman has come in at 3, but it's going to be spin. Imad Wasim. Now what a catch. Melanie Jones. We've got Ian Bishop sitting between us. Is that better than Darren Sammy's catch? Bish, you can pick the microphone up and say it.
Well, I thought you said Mel Jones. I'm sure I heard you say Mel Jones.
Because Mel was so...
My name hasn't changed yet. It's still Ian Bishop. It's not Mel Jones.
Are you sure you're not Ian Jones? Let's have a look at this. How about this?
First of all, it's very good bowling. I mentioned Delport being dismissed with the short ball. Now it's 3 times in a row. The catch was good. Maybe an equal of Sammy, 39 years old, moving quickly. Smart bowling. Where's the celebration? The celebration doesn't come into it. Catch and celebration, folks. But let the viewers judge for themselves. Let's have another poll. And then if they win, call me Mel.
Should we use the short version or the long one? Because Mel is short for Melanie. Right, there we are. Now, Bish, you said that's the best catch of the tournament.
And celebration.
And the celebration.
He's got no gloves on.
Oh.
It's good. Kumar's good. And it'll be doing him a disservice if we degrade his catch. I'm still standing my ground.
Yes, there we go. Now celebration. Okay, okay. Oh, you love that, don't you? Usain Bolt would be proud of that. Now this one. Ah, but you see, he's wearing gloves, so he's got extra weight on his hands.
Stop it.
And he's got pads on.
I think this is going to be good for me as well, because I want to see, I know Imad Wasim is a new ball bowler, particularly about bowling to McCullum. They love it, but I want to see how they bowl at Fakhr Zaman here, Mohamed Amir, and I'd like to see if Sohail Khan gets an early go as well.
Yes, he didn't have the ball too early in the last match we saw Karachi. I think he was about 4th or possibly even 5th bowler, Sohail Khan. But we did see one match here earlier in the tournament where we had both fast ball bowlers. Whoa! Crack! Well, that's gone some distance. What a good hit. Flat 6. It's the end of 2 overs, 13 for 1. Chris Gale is in the house, ladies and gentlemen, but he's not playing. Gale dropped a decision Karachi Kings should have taken much earlier. Mahela can be a match winner today. Oh, Mahela is in the team. Ooh, probing. Well, Fakhr Zaman is strong with the bottom hand here, Mel.
Yeah, we've said that right throughout that tournament, haven't we? That he can certainly pull it through the shot very well. And when it gets bowled into his hitting zone, that's typically what can happen.
That's his area. That's his segment of the ground he'll be thinking of. Can't bowl there. That's a wide. Well, you can rest assured that Brendan McCullum will swing at anything. And he hasn't really come off in this HBL PSL. He's had a run of low scores, and in the last match he was unfortunately run out at the non-striker's end. But he's desperate to make his presence felt as captain and as batsman.
Yeah, this is good. That's the line to bowl at him. And what we've noticed as well, he hasn't used his feet. Normally he will charge from the very first over, but he knows the length and the line they're coming, his body line at him. And he hasn't been able to come down the track. And I think I want to see how they go at Zaman as well. The decision here for Sangha is left arm spin. I want it at McCullum, but Zaman is there tugging it leg side. Do I go Seamer or do I continue with Imad Wasim?
Can't think for a moment that Amir would want to give Zaman any way to swing those arms. So he's got a ring of steel on that offside. Bish, you like this. Bish is purring.
He'll go short at him. He has to go short at him. Oh, come on. You can't bowl off stump with third man up. Go short. Fine leg and square leg.
Well, in the previous match, Fakhr Zaman bludgeoned his way to a 50. Swings at everything. His feet were off the ground there and his eyes were shut. Look at that. He pirouettes for that 6. See the bottom hand? He likes that area. Bottom hand comes in. Short, short, short. Pollard, where are you? He can't even get there. That's the ball you wanted, Bish.
Yeah, and the field says it as well. I was thinking of that field for Brendan McCullum too. McCullum is just a little bit smarter. He would back away and cut it past short third man. When you've got the fine leg and the square leg, only 2 outside, it's got to be straight or short at the batsman. He's got to know that. Still went for the pull.
Why has it taken so long, though, for a team to go like this at Fakhr Zaman?
They've just been slow in the process, in my view. I mean, you do your analytical work and you do your reviews. We've got Hawkeye and everything available to the teams.
Well, there's only one man out for Brendan McCullum, and that's going to change because third man now comes up into the circle. 2 men back now, leg side for McCullum. Is he going to go short again to McCullum? Is he going to drop it in short? No, he's not. Half an appeal. Umpire says that's a leg by. Ball is pitching a long way outside leg stump. Generates a bit of pace, doesn't he, Amir? Mohammad Amir?
Certainly does. I think probably when you look at his stats, though, the one thing that's probably missing a little bit, and he'd probably want a few more as well, as you can see the paces that he bowls. That 5th delivery, almost 146 kilometres an hour. The 6th, 147. Good pace on the last 2. What's missing is a couple of wickets.
Yeah, Mel, look at the flag. England aren't playing anywhere, are they? Flipped, you see, third man comes in. He knows that. That's a cool and cool 4 from a very cool batsman. He knew exactly where the third was. Third had just been brought up, 21 for 1. Well, everyone inside the stadium knows, and those of you watching at home, you know what's at stake. Place in the last 4, place in the knockout stages of the HBL PSL. So McCullum just edges this, just feathers it to third man.
Yeah, but he put the same field, the fine leg and the deep square for McCullum as he did for Zaman. And you heard me in the last over say, I wouldn't want to do it to Brendan McCullum because he will back away and he will cut it to third man. He's smart, he's experienced. Not sure Zaman yet will do that.
Sohail Khan into the attack.
This field is a long on and a deep square leg. And that first ball there was primed for a cut down to third man because he hasn't got the third man. He's got a ball a bit straighter. I'm not sure I'm in favour of the long on, but let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I just wonder what the thinking would be to start. The ball is just 3 overs old. You've got one of your premier new ball bowlers. I shot that from the HBL drone cam. Just caressed away from the middle of the bat. Very nicely done.
Yeah, played with a cool head here. Sometimes as a batter you see a slightly different feel to a bowler and you start to wonder why, and it takes you away from the task at hand. Fakhar Zaman though, just let the ball come on. Put all those sorts of thoughts out of his mind and just knew that there was space behind the wicket. It was the lateness in which he contacted the ball was the most important thing there. It was really well played.
Yeah.
Just agree with what you're saying there, Bishop. That's going to be his line. Then he's got to have some protection. He's got to have his third man. Now, what's he going to have here for the right-hander? Mahela, cricketgif.com. Cricket Gateway, you know where to find us. cricketgateway.pk and cricketgateway.com across the world. Now then, for the right-hander, it changes. There will be a third man. 3, 4 saving the one offside, third man, and one man back on the leg side deep square. Leg side wide.
You know the plans, because we've seen it so often in the PSL this series to Brendan McCullum, and so Hale just got a little wrong on that first occasion, erring too far down leg, but they try, most bowlers, particularly the pace bowlers, try and bowl a really tight line to Brendan McCullum. I'm tipping that's a bunch of Kiwis down to support Brendan McCullum. James Franklin, who else from across the ditch is playing today?
That's not a good call by the umpire. In my view, that's not a good call. I thought that just cut back inside of the guideline.
Yeah, I'm with you as well there, Bish. I think it was angling away, and I think that was just the automatic reaction, but it's then cut back in.
And let's make the point here, Mel and Bish, that those blue lines are only guidelines for the umpires. No, they're guidelines. I think bowlers get a raw deal in this cricket. If ball goes an inch down the leg side and they're given wide, they're penalised. Old.
Yeah, this was the line that Islamabad bowled really well to Brendan McCullum. Really cramping him up, the right-hander, Sammy in particular. And Brendan McCullum always consistently trying to move to leg to give himself some space. And even when Rahman with his left armers came over the wicket, it was the same type of line. And that's it right there again.
That's wrong. You can't bowl there, not with this field. There's no one out there. If you want to pitch it halfway down to someone like Zaman, you've got to get your field in the right place.
I mean, pitching it halfway down, but it's a half. Let me start that over again. There's no pace on it, really. It's a cutter. It's wide of off stump. And everything about it is wrong, so maybe Mickey Arthur needs to come back onto the field at the strategic timeout and just remind the guys the energy they need to put in. But well played by Zaman.
Sohail Khan is the leading wicket taker with 11. Mohammad Sami with 10 with Sohail Tanvir. And 3 Qalandars there. Tanvir, Yasir Shah, Narain. effort ball. 4 gone, 34 for 1. Just the one change in the Qalandars side. Batting number 11 there, Mohammad Irfan Jr. comes back, pace bowler, in place of Ghulam Mudassar, the left arm quickie. Nasir Shah, leg spin, Sohail Tanvir, left arm pace, Narain, spin, all kinds of trickery from Sunil Narain. Usman Khan, yet another left arm pace bowler from Pakistan. Well, he eventually gets going after a few short steps in that run-up, but he generates a fair bit of pace with a whippy arm action. Ravi Bopara, player of the season in the inaugural edition. Best bowling figures of 6 for 16 in Sharjah.
Set a record in this PSL, 4 catches the other evening. Contributed runs in the middle order, but certainly not as big a season as he had in PSL 1.
Well, Zaman will have a look around this field. He can see 5 fielders in the ring offside. No third man. That's good. Tucks him up. Just doesn't allow him to use his arms. Just the 1 wicket to go. Cameron Delport's gone. Well bowled. Well, he followed him. Usman Khan, he just followed Brendan McCullum. CricketGateway.com from around the world. Mickey Arthur there. Ryan McLaren wearing the red bib. He hasn't had a game in this HBL PSL.
Bish, I'll give you a ball to think about this while I get it out here. But as a bowler coming in, and you've got a position that you want to pitch the ball in as a bowler, and all of a sudden you see the batter moving around, how late a decision and how much time do you have to actually process that as you're coming in?
Yeah, I think you've got to have a preset delivery at the top of your mark, but also because of the modern game, and I've asked the guys back at home this question about T20s, your question over the years, and generally my feeling is just up until that last moment of your gather, you've got to be able to adjust, to be willing to adjust your length if you see a movement that puts you off. Up until that very last second, some guys find it hard to do, some guys are saying they can't do it, but the best bowlers will tell you just up until that last second of the gather that they have to be able to make an adjustment.
So worth having plan B and C in there as well.
It's gone after him. It's 1 bounce 4.
Well, that's that line and length that we've been speaking about. It's generally cramped up Brendan McCullum, but I think because he's got so many deliveries in that area over this tournament, he's finally getting used to them, and he's got into a pretty good position straight away. Good bit of muscle just pulling it off the line.
Now this is what Mahela Jayawardene brings to the team, a wealth of experience. Played hundreds of matches. I think he's played over 1,000 matches for Sri Lanka. He and Kumar Sangakkara over 2,000 matches in all forms of the game for Sri Lanka. So this is good now. He's already talking to the bowler Usman Khan. He'll know what Brendan McCullum does not want to receive. Now, this is a good start for the Qalandars, even though they've lost Delport. Last ball of the 5th over coming up. Well bowled, went at his legs again. 5 gone, 40 for 1.
Mohammad Amir has bowled well, 101 for 11. Imad Wasim is usually used with the new ball. Sohail Khan has been a bit erratic. All right, Q Mobile selfie moment. Smile, boss. Retake it. Yeah, watch out for a catch, because you could be part of this great deal Pepsi Catch a Crore. I haven't seen a lot of nerves from Fakhar Zaman, because this is a big contest for both sides. He's been able to maintain a healthy strike rate. A couple of times he looked a little timid against the short ball, but otherwise it has been a clean innings. He's hit the ball crisply and has looked generally good.
Yeah, he's done well in the PSL and helps when you're in form and scoring runs, so confidence is up.
Gone, caught at point. Just as we were talking him up, he's disappointed us with this slash that goes straight to Imad Wasim. There was a net of fielder square on the offside, because he's enjoyed this shot, cutting the ball hard. This time it was airborne and taken cleanly by Imad Wasim. 40 for 2. Omar Akmal walks in. Bit of form behind him. Right-hand batsman. Hello, Danny.
G'day, Rambo. And goodbye, Fakhar Zaman. Oh. One of his good areas too, but he's got to get up and over. Men up inside that circle behind there. Yes, homework. But a bit of luck too, you'd have to say, for the bowler, because the width was there, was all on. Cut it to pieces.
Wider of the stumps. A different angle from Sohail Khan, but played quite nicely with a bit of confidence away towards the leg side.
Just noticed with McCullum 13 off 13, either by design or just the good bowling from Karachi Kings, he hasn't been swinging from the hip as he normally does. Maybe just reined himself in. Maybe that's a good sign for Lahore Qalandars. Ultra aggression from the captain, not there today, but he'll kick off.
He covered the stumps and then whacked it over, well, through mid-wicket. He'll keep on doing that. Wants to be busy at the crease. Nestle Fruta, Vartel's positive moments. They know they're on the camera. There's a bit of calmness about Qalandars today with the bat, and that may stem from how their skipper is batting. It has not been a frantic stay at the crease. In the early innings, he was so keen to get on with it and looked a little tacky. Hardly anything came out of the middle of the bat, but today seems to be a little bit more focused on the job.
Yeah, and they need to be, Rambo. He hasn't fired as well. We've been on about Chris Garland on his back big time. Brandon, 25's his top score. He's got another score of 20. Throw in a couple of ducks, 11 and a 6. And that's it for the skipper of Lahore.
It's 42 for 2 after 6. It's been a gloomy day today. A bit of rain, a lot of cloud cover. Qalandars 42 for 2.
Mahela with a lot of advice to the bowler, and then he talked to Sangakkara as well.
Up and over, the point fielder. Is Fakhar Zaman watching? This is the shot that he had to play. He went down and went straight to the fielder at point. This was more effective.
Indeed. McCullum, even though it was towards the bottom of the bat, he was always going up with it. Thrashing with those wonderful fast hands of his. Bowlers? Yeah. Oh, I've done too many. Too much of my ugly bald head around, I reckon. No more.
You're okay with the uncle tag, Danny?
Oh, granddad as well. Throw them all in.
Golden oldie.
That too. Any others? Barry? Come on, Barry.
Right. The official Pakistan Cricket Fan Club, they're called the Junoonis. That's a bad bhangra. It's a tummy bhangra. Need to send Danny across to them. Oh, that's taken, is it? I know. Power play package. He's very good with that shot, the uppercut. And Fakhar Zaman played some lovely shots. You know, the timing was good. And finally got his wish. Let's see how Umar Akmal goes about building his innings, because he's in good form, and you want a form player to contribute consistently, especially in T20 cricket. Form is priceless. So once you've got it, then you've got to make most of it. Well, 128 strike rate, average of 20, not great, but he's got a 50. Looked good for his 66. They're keen to bowl the shorter length to Brendan McCullum. They've got protection for him on the leg side. There's a square leg, there's a deep mid wicket and a long on. So they feel that he goes big on the leg side. And then there's a deep point in place also. So guarding the square fences on both sides of the track.
The last ball, where does he go here, Shinswari? Bang one in. He did. Kept it shorter, but they're hustling for two here and should get it. Yeah. Team score is up a 50 for two after 7 overs.
Another Q-Mobile selfie moment. The DJ announces the selfie moment.
Gold. Oh, what a cracker. What a tash.
Bit of leg spin in the shape of Osama Mir. Down the track, and is it good enough? Yeah, it goes over the rope. Osama Mir's been greeted with a 6. Overcomers.
First ball from the leg spinner, and Umar Akmal puts the pressure on him. Flied it up, just gave himself a little bit of room to free those arms over extra. That's brilliant footwork.
Stunning. You often see batters do that, though. Don't want a young bowler, particularly a wrist spinner, to settle it all. Any form of the game. Subcontinent players come at you all day. And he's in pretty good touch. Is Umar Akmal. Top scorer of clickety-click, 66, and struck at all parts of the ground. Great stuff. Great intent here shown by Akmal.
Well, that's gone through. That's well timed. Not great fielding in the ring. Osama is not too happy. Leg spinners need a bit of encouragement, and well, fielders need to come to his rescue. He's been driven for 4 and lifted over cover for 6.
Yeah, there's the opposites, isn't it? Akmal up and over. And here is a gorgeous replay of the skipper. Baz McCullum through the offside.
Baz Mataz. That's beautifully done. He's hassled. Osama Mir's He's been taken to the cleaners here, not for the first time. In the last game also, there was a bit of a counter charge against him, and he caved in. I think what they're doing intelligently is they're covering all the stumps, the batsmen, so that they can play him on both sides of the pitch. This sat up and was hit through square leg to the fence. Having a little word with Osama Mir, just trying to calm his nerves down a bit. That's better.
Yeah, just the difference of batting for a little while in the middle, giving yourself a little bit of a foot time. And Baz McCullum now hits his straps. He's given himself the opportunity to bat himself in. I think that's brilliant.
Look at him just in front of all the stumps, so that he could play the ball on the off or the leg side. 65 for 2.
Left arm spin now. Imad Wasim coming back into the attack. They need to get rid of Baz McCullum.
Big stage, big game, and McCullum very circumspect. He's hit 5 boundaries, put away the bad ball, but he knows as captain he wants to make a mark in this crucial crunch game.
Well, the feet are moving a lot nicer, in control. Brendan McCullum. Sania Mirza is in the house. He's talking to Shoaib Malik. She was here for a tennis championship. She lost in the semis. Right then, time to join Zainab Abbas.
पेप्सी कैच करोड़ के विनर्स आरिफ अली मलिक और रजब अली मेरे साथ मौजूद हैं। आरिफ, ये बताइए कि ये कैच आपने किसका पकड़ा सबसे पहले, और ये बताइए कि आपको कैसा लग रहा है?
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। ये मैंने कैच पकड़ा है सादब अली का। मुझे बहुत बहुत खुशी हुई है। आई एम सो हैप्पी। बहुत मज़ा आया इसको देखने, कैच करने का, और बहुत बहुत थैंक्स करता हूँ पेप्सी केचप कोला।
अच्छा, ये बताइए कि आपने अपना कैच किस तरह पकड़ा, लोग कितने थे, कितना मुश्किल था ये कैच पकड़ना?
बहुत सारे लोग बैठे थे, लेकिन बहुत ही मज़ा आया कैच करने का। बहुत ही दिल खुश हो गया। यानी बहुत अच्छी तरह मैंने ट्राई की। बहुत मुझे मज़ा आया कैच करने का।
अच्छा, जल्दी से ये बताइए कि आपको कैसा महसूस हो रहा है? आपने भी जो है वन ऑफ द विनर्स हैं। कितना मुश्किल था आपके लिए कैच? कहाँ खड़े हुए थे और किसका कैच था?
मैं लगान पे खड़ा हुआ था, तो मुझे कैच करने का थोड़ा इजी लगा, क्योंकि मैं फ्रंट साइड में खड़ा हुआ था। तो मैं शुरू से ही जब आया तो मेरे माइंड में यही था, इंशाल्लाह मैं ये साइड में बैठा हूँ तो ये मेरे साथ से आएगा। और जब पीटरसन आया बैटिंग करने के लिए, तो ऑलमोस्ट मैं सोच लिया कि इंशाल्लाह 1.5 ओवर मेरे पास आएगा, ये मेरे माइंड में आ रहा था।
चलें, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका, एंड थैंक यू टू पेप्सी कैच अ करोड़।
This is Rajab Ali's catch. Right, be ready to party with a Pepsi catch a crore. He's timing them well. Brendan McCullum, only a single this time.
Yeah, hit it too well here, didn't he? Feet are going rather sweetly. Finding his hands and the range now of that timing that has been missing somewhat here in PSL 2.
Comfortably played, almost beaten in the flight, and then steadied himself and played it with a straight bat. That little pause did help Umar Akmal really to play that defensive shot. Straight drive, long on comes into play. Hitting the ball extremely hard, both Brendan McCullum and Umar Akmal. Babar Azam with a dive and a stop.
Really taking a liking to the leg spinner. Coming down the track, inside out, this time straight down the ground. He got lucky there. Missed it with the hand. The boot came in handy.
Yeah, very lucky in the end. Who's it going to be? Pollard? No, it's going to be Babar Azam who takes the catch, and a good one. Brendan McCullum perishes, slicing a straight shot to the man at long on instead of possibly hitting it with the spin. He went a little against it, and Babar Azam this time made no mistake. A clean catch. Brendan McCullum goes after scoring 31, 71 for 3 Qalandars. Last man dismissed, Brendan McCullum for 31. Well, Sunil Narayan earns a bit of promotion, left-hander. Trying to maintain a right and left-hand combination, and more so because he's been in very good form. Yeah, it wasn't such a great shot, and then Babar Azam there looking at his partner. Did he call at all? Did he? No, just steadied himself and caught it in the end. Always was going to be a difficult angle for Brendan McCullum to execute. Almost hitting the bowler against the spin, and it was a chancy hit. Long on, long off, for waiting for that one to drop safely into their hands, and it was Babar Azam at long on who took it easily. So after 10, Lahore Qalandars 71 for the loss of 3.
Well, we've had a completely different approach from Lahore in this power play phase. Less runs, but also less wickets. And a big part of that was Brendan McCullum. It's the longest innings he's played in this Pakistan Super League. 28 deliveries. Batter in the way, certainly not intentionally, but an opportunity. Shoaib Malik now on with his right arm off spin. Just the 2 wickets to his name. And also former Karachi captain. Lots of leaders on the field for the Kings today.
Come on, Maya.
This will be closer with a direct hit. Mahela Jayawardene coming in for his first game. He replaced Chris Gale at short fine. First opportunity of really getting into the match.
Would have been gone with a direct hit as well. And the other thing is the ball actually turned. It gripped him the surface too.
Playing a miss. They might go upstairs for this one as well. Umpire's nodding his head yes. Narayan's nodding his head no. So the truck indicates that we are going to go upstairs for a review. Crowd looks a little bit, oh, there's a few outs there. More outs than not outs. But the fan vote, 75% says not out.
That front foot is fine. Now then, does his foot come up there? No, it doesn't. He's fine. Narayan is fine. Narayan is fine. His toes behind the line.
Alan Wilkins, the Welsh poet. He's lucky there, Narayan. Hands well and truly in front of his body, which generally pulls you out from the crease line, but he managed just to keep part of that left foot grounded. And you can see from the Qatar Airways review there. Well, he charges on this occasion. Is he going to clear the inner field? Just. That's Shinwari quickly after it. Interesting to see how Narayan being used as a pinch hitter here. Slower start, as we've mentioned, for Lahore in terms of runs, but also less wickets have fallen for them as well. So a different approach as they try and chalk up a win and push themselves into their first PSL final series.
Come on, Maya.
They said no, sent back.
I just think it's interesting the way Malik, who's not a big spinner of the ball, has actually gotten the ball to grip twice in this over. I think it's, in my view, it's turned more than Osama Mir, the leg spinner, the wrist spinner. Maybe it comes down to the ends that he's bowling into, but the ball has gripped for him from this end.
Pull shot employed, but it's just going to bring up another single. It's a good first over, 4 singles from it, 75 for 3. See the projected scores there for Lahore. 10 and over gets them to 165. 7 wickets in hand.
Come on.
So spin on from both ends now. Malik with his right arm offies, and Sam Amir with his leg breaks. Well, visit Cricking GIF for ball-by-ball action. If you've missed anything, that's the spot to go. Of course, for all viewers in Pakistan, you can watch the game live on cricketgateway.pk. If you're outside of Pakistan, it's cricketgateway.com.
I'd love to know, maybe Ian Bishop can help us here, this rejuvenation of Narayan as a batsman. Where's he been all these years? Playing cricket, going in at 11?
Well, he had 9 sixes before that delivery, and he's just chalked it up to double figures.
It's rejuvenation, you said, huh? Okay, so he had to have been there before. Well, this is the best form of his life, in my view, in terms of the way he struck the ball consistently.
Let's say reincarnation as a batsman. I mean, the flow of the bat and the angles. I mean, he's just not a number 11 who's come in to have a bash. He's got style. He's got technique. He knows what he's doing.
I'll fill you in a little joke that I have with him every time I've seen him over the last couple of years. I've said, when are you going to give me that first-class 100 that I think you're capable of scoring? And he laughs. Soon, he says, soon.
If he keeps striking like that, he'll hit one in the PSL as well. I'm not going to brag about the Renegades in the Big Bash, but they did bring him up to open. I don't know whether or not Andrew McDonald's a new coach in there, whether or not it's just that belief that all of a sudden you give someone an opportunity, they can then flourish a bit more.
Where would that have come from, though? Is Narayan the type of personality who would have said, give me a go?
Come on!
Is Narayan the type... Hurry. Good throw. Might have been a bit of pressure there. You know, is he the type of guy who would have said, look, I can bat, get me up that order?
Probably
Bish
not.
says no.
Bish says no, but another player that might have been would have been Dwayne Bravo, who also played with him at the Renegades. Whether he saw something about him and said the Renegades were needing a little bit of impetus at the top of the order, and Bravo might have said, why don't you try Sunil?
Guarantee you, Narayan would never have put his hand up in a meeting and impose himself like that. It's not his way.
Well, we've been talking about how cleanly he's been hitting them, and he just keeps going on his merry way. More sixes than fours in his T20 career, and it's 90 for 3. Lahore Qalandars looking for a win to get themselves through to the final. The current run rate is at 7.5. Ryan off to an absolute flyer, 15 from 7. Just 4 singles off Shoaib Malik's first over. Bowled exceptionally well, got good turn and purchase out of this pitch. Continues that stump-to-stump line. The call is 2, but they'll settle for 1.
Sangakkara was a little bit livid after the last ball 6 because he wants the googly to be outside the off stump, asking Narayan to have a heave at it to long on. This could be an interesting over if Malik bowls a few balls at him. There's Sanga. Give it width outside the off stump, he says.
Come on.
Tight line on that occasion. Will he pick up the single still? He does. So good rotation of strike. It's really smart play there by Narayan. Well, he's moved to 37 sixes in his T20 career and 34 fours. So not too often does a batter outstrike himself in 6s and 4s.
I just want to put it out there to Mazhar, our statistician.
Come on, Naya.
is Pollard. Is Pollard in that category? Is Pollard hit?
Yeah, he's hit a lot of sixes this tournament, and even against the seam bowlers, he's prepared to play the pull shot, but generally straight down the ground. Straight lines is where he's most effective.
Well, a straight line again. Has it cleared the inner field? No, it hasn't. Imad Wasim taking a simple catch. Disappointment there for Narayan and for Lahore, because he was certainly on the charge and providing a lot of entertainment to the people here at the ground, and of course back in Lahore as well. He departs for 16 off just the 9 deliveries, and then 93 for 4. That's Grant Elliott has now come to the crease to replace Sunil Narayan after a little bit of fireworks. He's the hero in Sharjah and then went for a duck in their last match back here in Dubai. So the two Kiwis come together in the middle of the pitch. No, don't say that, it's Umar Akmal. I was just still getting excited that Brendan was still out there.
What a pity this is. You want Narayan, got a bit of a flow of adrenaline, a little bit wider. Ian Bishop talked about Sanger instructing Malik to go a bit wider. He's had to go for that. Tell you what, for the Qalandars, I mean, this man, the general, the architect, there he is. He just knows how to work it. He's got so much experience, so he knows exactly what Shoaib Malik had to do there. And for Qalandars, great pity that Narayan couldn't have stayed there longer.
Turn again. What a peach of a delivery to finish it off with. A wicket and just 4 runs, 94 for 4. Three starts to batters who have since then departed, McCullum, Zaman and then Narayan. Umar Akmal has got another start, 20 from 21. Can he move along? Well, not if this is caught, because it's not gone all the way. It's just outside the inner circle and it's comfortably taken. So spin is doing the trick here. This time it's the leg spin of Mir. That man on screen there, Mickey Arthur, a lot more happier now, because once again a start for a Qalandar and a dismissal. He's gone for 20 from 22 and then 94 for 5. Rizwan is the new batter to the crease with the dismissal of Umar Akmal. Steady enough average there, just a tick over 122 strike rate, and already has a 50 to his name.
Umar Akmal, this was not the shot that was required. He had to bat the distance. He was always going to be the senior man once McCullum had gone. He had to accept the responsibility of batting through to the 20th over. Had to do that.
Well, we're going to throw down to Zainab because she's got a special guest at the moment.
Yes, I've got with me somebody who needs absolutely no introduction whatsoever, Sania Mirza. Sania, welcome back to PSL. Let's talk a little about yourself first. You're very close to achieving your second career, Grand Slam. How do you fancy your chances, and who are you playing this year?
Well, I was here playing a tournament actually, and I finished yesterday. Unfortunately, we lost in the semi-finals, so that gave me a chance to come and watch here. So, yeah, I've had a really good few years, and I'm looking forward to another good year.
Okay, and I get asked this question all the time by a lot of people. You're obviously very busy playing, tennis. Shoaib is playing here. How do you guys actually make time for each other?
By doing this, I have to come and watch his matches, and he comes and watches mine. No, but seriously, with the phone and obviously with the internet and WhatsApp, life has become a lot easier than it used to be. A lot of our time goes into scheduling, but yeah, we manage. It's been 7 years almost now, so we're kind of used to it.
And you were also named amongst the 100 most influential people in Time magazine. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, it's obviously a huge honor with the list of people that were named, and I'm hugely, obviously, privileged to be in that list, and I feel really humbled.
Do you actually get a lot of time to follow the sport because you're always playing yourself? And what do you make of the game today?
I try. I know it's everything or nothing for both the teams today, so it's a really exciting game. Hopefully, rain doesn't spoil sport. I love cricket. I've always loved cricket, and now it kind of goes by default. Now that I'm married to a cricketer, I guess.
Enjoying PSL?
I am. Yes, I am.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, Sania, and all the best.
Thanks.
Well, superstar of tennis. Some superstars out in the ground at the moment. 99 for 5. Coming into the 15th over, one short of 100 for Lahore. And if you can just see there on your screen, there is a little bit of rain falling here in Dubai. And once rain starts to fall, that changes plans pretty quickly. Shinwari doing some handy work inside the circle.
Just tuning in, that man there, Mahela Jawardena in the side, Chris Gale left out.
Sweep seems to be the plan of attack here as they'll settle for one, which means that the 100 is up here for Lahore. 5 wickets down.
Just like with the 2 wickets, and particularly the Shoaib Malik one where the ball spun, so I want to see who bowls from this end when Lahore come out. With the rain that's coming down, though, it just might make things slippery.
Elliott goes the slog sweep. Taken. Really good catch. Shinwari made good ground, got to the spot where he thought the ball was landing, which allowed him really good vision of the ball. And the Karachi Kings, they keep taking consistent wickets. Elliott gone for 2. 6 down with 100 on the board. So they're 100 for 6 at the moment, as we can see people watching on from the HBL VIP box. They started off reasonably well. Lost Delport early, but Brendan McCullum was the mainstay there for a while. But then consistent wickets, all starts, no one moving on. Elliott being the last wicket to fall. Shoaib Malik in one game has doubled the amount of wickets he's taken in the PSL. Call is 2. He certainly won't get that at the moment. This was the last wicket. Shoaib Malik's second for the day. You can just see off that replay, Grant Elliott really towed the ball, so got no power on it. Went as far as the inner circle. And that is a catch that should be taken. Good to see Shinwari inside the inner circle. He hasn't had a great time in the PSL on the boundary line. But he certainly did the job on this occasion. Don't stress too much about that rain you can see on screen either. The word from the boundary line, it's quite light. As we see Tanvir now coming into the middle. And gets off strike, very first ball. Shoaib Malik has been fantastic since coming on. 2 for 11, including 6 dot deliveries, a wonderful economy rate of just 3.88. The last ball of his over. Turn again from this end. So a single off it, plus the wicket, 103 for 6.
Well, lots of starts there, but no one really kicking on. Fans still coming in all the time. Doubleheader here. Dubai International Sports Stadium. Well, they're dressed up to the nines and ready to catch a crow. Pepsi catch a crow, that is. Wow, that's Frank Sinatra. He's joined in. Shocker. He's happy. Lovely, lovely to be back here in Dubai. Anyway, here's Mohammad Amir zipping in. They're thinking about 2 here. But Sohail is languid. He just chills on through. Yeah, lots of starts from Lahore, but no one really kicking on. Elliott, last man to go. Try to heave it over mid-wicket. Toe into the bat. And Shinwari, good catch. Comfortable catch. Malik's having a nice time of it. Yeah, soft drizzle, and I think it's just started to fade away. It's come and gone over the afternoon here in match 18. At the moment it's not happening, the rain, which is a great sign. And Sohail, he's got a bit of work to do. Baz.
Yeah, very much so. All the talk before the game, or just when the teams were announced, was about Mahela Jayawardene coming in for Chris Gale. Yes, there's a personal change. Yes, Mahela not as explosive as a T20 batsman, but what he brings to the party, and with Sangakkara having played all his life with him, is strategy. It's how to use the bowlers.
Cross seamer here. Yeah, but a zip, slip in. Feeling like they're on top here, the Kings.
I like this first slip in, because 6 wickets down, you'd want to get rid of them, and as they say, the flow of score, or the scoring flow, shuts down if you pick wickets. So idea should be to pick wickets and get going. 105 for 6. Last 3-4 overs are going to be critical and crucial. Sohail Tanvir did hit the ball a long way in his last innings. singles are not going to hurt the Kings.
Also tactically, I think Mahela and Sangakkara work well, and obviously with how to handle spin, they've done this all their life. I think Mahela is a brilliant brain, especially with spinners operating, so he's helped Sangha today very much so.
They're almost in the Sri Lankan colours, aren't they? Look at it, the blue, the gold trim, standing side by side before slip. Now he's slipped out of there. There's Mahela with Rizwan on, and it's back over to Sohail. Let's see if has the slip come back in. Probably not. Christopher Henry Gale, who has not fired a shot at all in the second edition of this HBL PSL, got replaced by Mahela. Look at that, not even averaging 10. Who would have thought?
What is more amazing is his strike rate. Less than 80.
I'll keep the strike here. Was Sohail Tanvir. So 6 off 6 balls. It's 109 for 6. Slipped up big time in that second stanza there, 7 to 15. And in 2020 cricket, that's an area where you really do want to kick on a little bit without losing 4 wickets. You'd probably say, oh, let's lose 2 in the beginning and then 2 in the middle and save up some ammunition. Top edge. And lucky Sohail. And the other Sohail can't field it.
Yeah, Shoaib Malik is not happy. Wanted more from Sohail Khan. Stiff as a board in the field. Not very athletic, Sohail Khan. He's getting the ball to grip and spin. It was a half-hearted attempt at sweeping the ball. He should have anticipated it better. Interesting how he's spinning the ball. I think it's got to do with how he's hitting the seam on this turf, Shoaib Malik. He's bowled superbly, 3.2 overs, 2 wickets for 13 this time, a little bit more round-armish. But look at the extravagant spin that he's been able to maintain and get. Seriously good stuff from Shoaib Malik.
Spied by the missus. Wifey's in the crowd on cue. Yeah. Singles won't hurt. Yeah. Nelson's in the house again. 111 for 6 here. I think he'll be happier here, Shoaib Malik. He's up against Sohail, who's left-handed, of course. He bowled some great stuff to Sunil Narayan. Ended up getting him out. 2 runs off and 2 to go in the 17th.
Come on!
He's been very accurate also. Not only spin from Shoaib Malik, but his accuracy against right and left hand has been amazing as well. And I think he's more keen to hit the deck with this upright seam, and so as a result that ball is bouncing and spinning. That's wide and 4. Not needed. Just doing something extra, last ball of his spell. Needed a normal delivery.
Yep, not good, and I think can't blame Sangers there. It was totally Malik's fault. Bowling to the lefty for a bit. Bowling a lot of the lefties today, Malik. It's a bonus for Lahore. And they're going to pinch another single against Sohail Khan. So they got 9 in the end. It's 118 for 6. Showed Malik 8 dots in those 4 overs, but importantly the key wickets. Very, very good outing for the Pakistani star all-rounder. A lot of experience, a lot of this form of the game around the globe and franchise T20. A lot of soft toys in yesterday and again here on Super Saturday. Last double-header of the PSL, second edition, here in Dubai, the International Cricket Stadium. Must-win game for Karachi Kings. Here comes Sohail. And there it goes. There it goes, big time. I reckon that's a thick top edge, and it's gone all the way for the maximum.
Well, the captain has been critical of his fielding efforts. Shoaib Malik didn't like the way he tried to catch the ball in his last over, and then he comes on to bowl and is smacked for a big 6. It's not working for Sohail Khan in great position, a la Brendan McCullum kind of a slog. That went a mile. That really was a big one.
Now we've said it thousands of times, and new bats, this modern era, these fat edges. He didn't get all of that previous one, Rizwan, but I tell you what, went a long, long way.
Just was the wrong length. If you want to go short, you've got to get it up around the ears. If you're going to go full, you have to bowl it near your toes. It's not waist high, length delivery, and back end of T20 game, you're bound to get hit.
Death overs now. Qalandars innings. Yeah, a little cutter. Thinking about 2, but Sohail Tanvir says no. Rizzy, stay back there, buddy. I need to have a look at this. And lots of positive moments and lots of positive toys in the house.
Sohail Tanvir very strong on the leg side, so the field now just a deep mid wicket in place, fine leg up in the circle, and there's a deep square leg as well. That's his go-to area.
Long way up. Who wants it? Oh, it was there. The juggle. Osama Mir, the leggy, circling, never easy.
Well, he's young, so he's got to be good at this. Made it tough because you need to have a certain technique. You've got to tackle the ball a bit sideways on. There, did he steady himself? No. Never could really get underneath that one. As a young kid, you've got to be the smarter lot in the field.
Yeah, certainly with the energy and the pace to get there. And then, as you say, Rambo, get into a good position. Get to the ball. Having said that, the old white cricket ball, she's a funny old grey sky here in Dubai. Most unusual. And a bit of slappage over cover from Sahel. There's two there, surely. And Mohammad Rizwan says, listen, you've got to run my twos as well, Sahel. So they only take a single to Ravi B's good arm.
Slappage, Ravi B. What's happening, Dan?
Oh, let's get on the dance floor. Dancers are in the house. Sun setting, lights are on a bit more, dance floor wide up, Baz. I haven't seen you down there, Bazit Khan. I think you should come down with me. Couple of us on the floor. Oh, cheeky. Naughty but nice. Like it. Ends the over, 14 from it. It's 132 for 6 now. Matches 18 and 19 in the second edition of the HBL PSL. 8 p.m. game just around the corner. Tracksuits galore zipped up. Yeah, unseasonably chilly here. Little flick, got down on one knee.
He predicted that Sohail was going to go full. He bowled 2 short ones. And he just took a hunch and got down on one knee and flicked it over.
Dozen deliveries left for Lahore. And Amir into his last over.
Got to keep the ball wide outside the off stump and fuller length, because he likes to drag the ball away from the stumps over towards mid-wicket or long on, Sohail Tanvir. So got to keep away from his hitting range. Rizwan has batted well in patches. Had a lean time of it during the Australian tour, where he was fielded in almost all the one-day games. But he's improvised nicely. He's looked for runs. He's played the big shot as well. He's very strong square through the offside and leg side. Nothing down the ground. I think that is one area where he needs to improve a bit. Hitting the ball down the ground.
Striking at 121. Amir looking for the Yorker. Loses a bit of poise at the crease as Mohammad Amir. He's just cleaning off his boots here. That's the other interesting thing here. There's a little bit of rain around. You don't often see bowlers cleaning out their boots and scuffing the popping crease, their planting foot area. And he's removing a bit of turf. There's Mohammad Amir. Usually so dry here. Outfield, sand-based, pitch very dry.
Kiwi conditions there.
Indeed, Bazit Khan, you're onto it, aren't you? Very green and a little bit of moisture around. Short and hoisted away. Nice stuff this from Sohail Tanvir.
Not a great delivery from Mohammad Amir. He's looking at the fielder and trying to find an excuse here, but this really was bad bowling because he's waiting for this length. That's his go-to shot. sat back in the crease. Now he's waving to his skipper and to the fielder that he needed to be a little bit more square, but I think he had lost the battle the moment he bowled it short.
Yeah, and it was a slower bounce. It wasn't his normal paced, quick bounce. I think if you want to bowl to Sohail Tanveer, you need to be short and quick rather than short and slow.
The change in the field, Ahmad Wasim's going to come up. That wide Yorker that Ramiz Raj has been on about might be a go-to ball here. He's bowled length. And he's been pumped over extra cover, buddy. There's back-to-back boundaries for you here in over 19.
Oh, well, he's treating him harshly. Yeah, just cleared the front leg, and it was a juicy half volley. And once he got hold of it, it was always going to be a 4 because he's a strong hitter. These are a precious few runs here. Partnership of 42 from 26.
Yeah, and that's the point, isn't it? This partnership is getting away from Karachi. That's what he's looking for. Better length. Set a field to that. And the options for Sohail with bat in hand are less. Over's got off to a good start, though. 11 and still a delivery left.
Rizwan on strike, and I think Ramiz Bhai got it spot on. He doesn't hit down the ground. So you might well go full with those third man and fine leg back because he's good square of the wicket.
He's got protection there. Deep backward square. Man on extra cover on the fence. And then let's use the leading edge. Going to castle back for 2. Sohail makes it as well. So a good over for Lahore. 13 from it. It's 145 for 6. Crowd, well, it's built up a little bit more in the last sort of 10 overs. Flightless birds. Oh dear. It's a little bit far away to go over there, isn't it, Rambo?
Yeah, I mean, well, there's that Kiwi jersey as well.
So I take it you're still a Kiwi, not Aussie?
That's right, Baz. No citizenship there, brother. And a Kiwi passport. Thank you very much. Rightio, final over. Here for Lahore to face up. And he's missed his run there, Shinwari. I just noticed him too, this fella here. He's got a little bit of work to do, I reckon, on his run-up. He needs to fine-tune it a bit, get it a bit smoother. We'd have to word to Alan Wilkins to have a look at him. Young fellow, left armour. Rizwan 26, Tanveer 18. And he helps himself with a bit of bottom hand. They should come back for 2. Yeah, Rizwan to the danger end, good running.
Well, he's timing them effortlessly. Sohail Tanveer with a strike rate of 166. He's the chosen one, the saint.
Yeah, gold. Yeah, he knows it. He's the chosen one, all right. Udacha. Nearly 150 here. Qalandars. Nice change of pace. Don't mind that, a leg by, just the one run. Those in green making some noise. Match 19 up next. Zalmi, Gladiators. Peshawar, they want this one because Quetta have qualified. They'd like to control their destiny here, Peshawar. Confirmation. And you see Peshawar would like to win that against Quetta here. Match 19, this evening's second, the double header. Peshawar, they've got some inspiring characters in their lineup. Karachi simply have to win this contest. They don't, they're Gonski. Back on the plane out of here. Four deliveries left. Rizwan up against Shinwari, coming left arm round. And that is outstanding. Premeditated, lovely deft touch. 150 up here.
Showcasing his talent. 30 from 22. A very selfless cricketer. A very fit cricketer. Came first in those bleep tests. Very, very quick between the wickets, but this was beautifully improvised. Have a look at that one. Just half a bat was good enough for him to hit a 4. So partnership of 52 from 31. Excellent work.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst delivery either from Shinwari. Got it up in the hole, but Rizwan equal. And another good Yorker. More orthodox on this occasion to hand the strike back over to Sohail Tanvir, who's striking at 161, folks. Rizwan's been striking now around that 130 odd. He's 134. 2 deliveries left. One a breach, 160 to Lahore.
Not great down the ground, but makes up for it with a little reverse sweep and a paddle sweep.
Tanvir, where does he go here? He can't go anywhere really. That's a lovely Yorker from Shinwari. Brilliant.
He hasn't played a dot delivery in the last 14 balls that he has received, Sohail Tanvir. Current run rate almost 8. They need a 6 of the last ball. They need a big hit here, big shot. Fine leg third men have gone back, so there's a chance if he can middle one over mid-off or cover. He's not that strong down the ground, so let's see how he plays this last ball. Would have been great for the Qalandars if Sohail Tanvir would have been on strike.
Last ball, left arm round. Yeah, well bowled. Well bowled indeed. It's a great over, considering one of the deliveries went for 4. So 10 off the last over means Lahore Qalandars get to 155 for 6 in their 20. Posted a score here that is competitive indeed.
Right. Everybody's ready. Here we go. Sohail Tanvir with the first ball. Gets it past the man at point. So he's off the mark. Zulfikar. Sorry. Babar Azam.
He is in good touch, Kumar Sangakkara. I think this, I wish I was able to predict outcomes. I think this is 155, has some meat in it. Particularly if you get someone like a Sunil Narayan and Yazir Shah bowling well, particularly from this end from which Tanvir is operating now.
Elegantly played. He's off the mark of the first ball that he receives. Good running as well. If spin is going to be the critical part in setting up the game for the Qalandars, wouldn't have been better if Mahela had been asked to come and bat in the middle order, because he's so good against spin. But only time will tell whether he needs more overs at the crease to get going. Whether batting at 4 would have been a hesitant move, because he's not played T20 cricket of late.
What he did do is he scored 367 runs in New Zealand's domestic T20 tournament, Super Smash, I think it was, at an average of 45, strike rate of 175. He scored 100 there as well, but that finished, I think, early January. And I think that Mahela Jayawardene, actually, I think he's, in T20 cricket, I think he's best at the top. I have no stats to back that up yet. Mazhar Arshad should get to work, but I think he's best when he opens the batting.
Plays the ball late and he's off again. That's good batting. Best way to play seam bowling. Just wait on the ball and play with soft hands.
Ramiz, I'll just pick up on a comment you made as they were going out, and we saw the video footage of Brendan McCullum talking to the team. I think you said the two perfect words. One was the fun and enjoyment factor, and to keep it as simple as possible. I think that's Paddy Upton's style as well. When they got this Lahore team together, massive changes from year one, 14 changes. They wanted a team that really got on well, fitted well, gelled well.
Oh, how good is that? That's class personified. He's a good batsman, Babar Azam. Gets a thumbs up from Mahela Jayawardene.
Gets 2 thumbs up from me as well. He just shuffled across off stump, exposed his leg stump, because I think he picked the angle would be going across him, as Tanvir has done all tournament. Wow, balance perfect.
The beautiful thing here, he still kept the blade open to hit it through that onside. Needed to get a little bit more extra angle to find the gap.
Right, 8 without a wicket after over number 1. Amir Yamin just having a feel of the new ball. That can be a slippery customer, Amir Yamin. Very athletic, has been given a slip and is hit straight back on Mahela Jayawardene.
He had a good start too, 1 for 28 off his 4. Bowled in some pretty good areas. Pretty handy start to his PSL. I like the fact that Brendan McCullum has a slip in play for him as well.
Stylishly played for a single. Looking hard at the ball and playing a lovely touch shot. Right, best catch till now in PSL by Sangas. Duke feels that way. No, that really was a stunner from Sangha. So Hale says Bishop is right. Sammy still owns the best catch at the PSL. Both acrobatic, both fantastic catches.
See, the viewers still speak, and they speak in volumes.
But your margin has been cut short.
Yes, agreed. Nothing in it. And I admit that was fantastic from Sangakkara today. And look, I'm not afraid of changing my name, but you know, it has to really come through that it's definitely the best. I think it's hard to beat, but Sangha was good. Amir Yamin, I thought, had a good one the other day. And he's good at getting the early breakthroughs since he's come into the team. This is brilliant, going against his momentum for the lob instead of a flying catch.
Yeah, I mean, he's got loads of time to play a shot like that. Amir Yamin is not quick. Waited on the back foot and was dismissive in his approach and in his execution. Lovely shot.
Well, his first couple of boundaries were off the front foot, driving through the onside. On this occasion, though, short of a length onto the back foot quickly, and again going through the onside. So that same line, the first one was off the front foot, the second off the back. So probably tipping Lahore, thinking to themselves, maybe not the line that we need to be bowling to him.
A shot ball from Amir Yamin. He's sitting back, he's waiting for this length now, Babar Azam.
And just on Mahela, I remember being engaged in this discussion a few years ago, watching Mahela play T20 cricket. In all T20 in cricket, he averages 36 as an opener versus 23 when he's batting down the order. Because he's a touch player and a beautiful touch player at that, he's not a power player, he can easily get the ball over and through the infield in the power play and then keep going. So I'm not saying he'll succeed today, not saying there's not merit in batting in the middle, but he's best, I think, up here.
Oh, what a shot that is. In great touch, you've got to admit and say. That was easily done. 18 without a wicket. Jayawardene there, full length stretch, front foot forward stretch, and then a slice over point. Almost went for a 6. That's gone through as well. This is Babar Azam. Most entertaining stuff. They played some classical shots. A drive through mid-wicket for Babar Azam and a slash over point for Mahela. And have a look at this one. Once again, maintaining good balance.
Stop it. That's just fantastic to watch. Wasn't a half volley either. The ball was still on the rise. He stood up nice and tall, hit it at its peak. He's putting together a fantastic highlights package already.
High back lift. Look at the execution and look the ball disappear over point. Made a little bit of room to stay inside of the ball, inside the leg side of the ball, and smashed it.
I know there's a lot of Chris Gale fans around the world, but at the moment you would say the decision to swap these two men around is certainly paying off.
Again, covering the line on the off stump and then running back for the second. Excellent batting from Babar Azam, showing good intelligent technique. timing the ball beautifully. It was a flick, very wristy, went to a different part of the ground. Versus Quetta, it played some delightful shots. Cover drive, flick through squarely. Very good against spin. Not a bad tournament at all. 41 is the average, 120 the strike rate, 150. Up and over. Once again, it's the slash over point. Mahela will come back for two. So Tanveer normally is miserly, gives you a wicket or two in his first 2 or 3 over burst, but so far he's gone for plenty. I mean, economy of 9.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Brendan McCullum does here with his bowling rotations. We've already spoken about the amount of turn that the pitch has on offer if you get the ball in good areas.
The ball is well fielded by the keeper, and direct hit has got him. Magnificent stuff by Rizwan. Really was clever piece of cricket in athleticism. He got to the ball and hit the stumps on the full, and what a breakthrough this is. From nowhere they produced a superb piece of cricket in the field, and Mahela, well, he's got to go. Scored 10, looked good. Kings 27 for 1. Having a good time out there. Karachi Kings 27 for the loss of 1. Mahela has been replaced by Kumar Sangakkara. Good numbers for Kumar as well. Average of almost 30 with a strike rate of almost 140. I mean, we've got to credit this to Sarfraz for showing good presence of mind. He didn't have time really to remove his gloves. And he was short of the crease.
We've seen 2 really brilliant pieces of wicket keeping today. Sangakkara took an absolute blinder down the leg-hand side. Now Rizwan, wonderful dive to his right, gather, couldn't get the glove off, only to celebrate, and the direct hit. They need early wickets, and they've now got it.
Absolutely brilliant piece of keeping and fielding from Rizwan. Sunil Narayan is on. It's driven for a singles. Kumar Sangakkara is off the mark. It's the quickness that was shown by Rizwan. He got up in no time. He summed up the situation so quickly. It's a slow delivery, couple of bounces to him. He fielded it, and then a second or two, he hit the stumps. with the gloves on.
Just been having a quick chat to Ian Bishop, and we're surprised that Sanal Narayan's coming on from this end. Shoaib Malik bowled well from the other end, got good turn, and he's predominantly been bowling from the opposite end as well.
Oh, they've gone for the appeal. Is it close? Not given by the umpire. Ranmo Martinez is the umpire. It was a quicker delivery, missed by Babar Azam, well collected by the keeper down the leg side. Was there an edge, seam-up delivery? Probably just the pad. Oh, getting it to spin. It's been given as a wide.
Yeah, that's why I think how they play Narayan and Yazir Shah, Karachi is, well, I think the balance of the game will tilt on how those two spinners perform.
Yeah, well, we've seen a seam-up delivery, we've seen an off-spinner or off-cutter and a leg cutter on that occasion. They need wickets. There's a slip in place. Bowman in the ring. Babar Azam a little circumspect. Watches it closely in. Sangakkara says, fine, I'm okay for a single. And so after 4:31 for one. For the loss of one. A lot of Danny fans in the crowd. Our Rangers stuck. Oh, that's gone inside edge. Certainly heard something. Not given by the umpire. He doesn't look too perturbed, the bowler. Walks away, but oh, the back pad.
Yeah, really good umpiring on this occasion, because that is bat and pad very close together. You would have heard a noise. Jose Braza, the central umpire on this occasion. A lot of pressure too. A reminder that both these teams are searching for wins to make the finals.
Nicely played. Extra bit of bounce for Amir Yamin. Negotiated well by Babar Azam. He's very wristy, very good-looking batsman through the leg side.
Fantastic to see Kumar Sangakkara at the top of the order, leading well with the bat in hand. He's certainly been doing it with the gloves. He had a lean patch in the Big Bash this summer in Australia, playing for the Hobart Hurricanes. Found himself out of the side by the end of the tournament, but was still magnificent around the team, both the men's and the women's teams. Went in, did a lot of talks with the women's Hobart Hurricanes. He's developing a lot of the younger players at the men's side.
Watched it so closely, Kumar Sangakkara, and that's the reason why you'll always see him getting runs, because he watches the ball hit the bat.
A bit like Roger Federer in that way, isn't it? When you watch the great tennis player striking the ball, his eyes are on that spot, well and truly past the point of contact. And that's what typically you'll see the best players do.
Half-hearted pull shot. He's looking for runs. Kumar Sangakkara will come back for 2. Babar Azam will make his ground as well. So this innings going at a fairly good rhythm. This going with run rate is 7.24. Required run rate is 7.98. So this is good beginning by the Kings.
Yeah, it'll be the old wickets issue for Lahore if they're going to chase this down. Reminder in their last game, which they lost. They'd lost 3 for zip, then 5 for 1 and 6 for 5 in the middle overs. They won't want to repeat.
There's protection there. The 3 men almost next to each other to stop that drive. 35 for 1.
Dubai International Cricket Stadium, this is match 18, and now, because we've had 5 overs, this game constitutes a live one. You'll see the cue there by Peshawar. Because we've had the 5 overs, if the heavens opened up now and it was rained out, we've got a game on our hands. So that means that Peshawar have qualified for the finales. They're the qualifiers. They're happening as of this coming week. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. Cue could be for quality as well. They've been playing some quality cricket, have the men in yellow. So 1 down, the Kings, and trying to keep their playoff lives and hopes there. And Babar Azam, geez, he is classy.
We've seen some great shots today, but that is a cool and cool 4 from a very, very fine player. Look at the effort, the lack of effort. It's just timing. Oh, lovely. This guy's got some impressive game, isn't he? Bazid Khan, what do you reckon, Barry?
Balance stands out, Dave, once again.
Oh, God, I love you two. I love working here in the UAE with these 2 gentlemen on my left. Barry and Dave. Oh, gold. Absolutely gold. Who do you think will win this match? Well, there's the Twitter handle. Get amongst it. And tell us who you think. Yeah, I think a lot of people do. Love it all. Irfan Jr. up against one of the greats of the modern game, Sangakkara, who's happy to rotate it over to Babar Azam, who's striking at 1-2-3. Pepsi catcher Crow. What have we had? Are we 13, 14 catches, gentlemen? Like that. Winners so far into the pool of 100,000. So keep your wits about you. Saw 3 good ones in yesterday's doubleheader. This is Super Saturday and the last doubleheader of the PSL for 2017. Moment. Cruising along in cruise control. That's right. Passion with a capital P here at the Pakistan Super League. A little more chilled there. Corporate boxes. Crowd building all the time here. Match 19, not far away. So power play is done. It's 43 for 1. Happy new parents, live on the big screen. A couple of Tigers in town as well. Oh, not much in it, and you look at the power play. Okay, just the 1 wicket, but all of a sudden it unravelled a little bit for Lahore Qalandars. Lost 4 for 60. Yes, a Shah. Centre stage.
It was the spinners that did it for Karachi Kings. Shoaib Malik got to spin, and now Yasir Shah and Narayan have to replicate that if Qalandars have a chance, because it's the spin to win today, and a slip is in.
In the air, tries to catch it. McCullum airborne. Almost, not quite.
Well, if he couldn't get there, not many could. Wonderful effort by McCullum. But how well was this hit as well? A leaping cat. He was so close.
Yeah, seen him pull off a couple of these over the years. There's one-hand screamers. Keeping it nice and simple here, Babar Azam. Hit a boundary and some sensible stroke play and noodle it around the corner and get Sangers on strike.
Sangakkara and Babar play spin well, so that's a bonus. A real bonus for Karachi. Sangakkara doesn't really have to attack the spinners, just can go along his merry way. 8, the required run rate.
He's had a pretty good time of it here, Babar Azam. Makes the runs. Freaky old grey sky we've had here in Dubai. A little bit of rain as well. Wow, what do you know? He's at the top of the pile now. 221, he's just gone past Dwayne Smith. Riley Rousseau couldn't get a big one last night.
All 5 teams represented there. All 5.
Ends the 7th, it's 49 for 1. $49 for 1. Only the loss of Mahela Jayawardene, A wonderful piece of keeping from Rizwan. He's the only blemish so far for Karachi. Sunil Narayan in here to do a job and get rid of the skipper of the Kings.
Very important phase of the innings. Two spinners bowling in tandem. Just need to peg Karachi back, pick up a wicket.
That is a Jaffa. Hence McCullum at slip. We saw this from Shoaib Malik up against the lefties when Lahore were batting.
The only criticism of Narayan you'd have is that he doesn't bowl the spinners that often. He goes to his seam-up deliveries. Because once you get that purchase, I think you need to spin it more. 50 comes up, Sangakkara on 6, Babar Azam 32. I think still they need to get a wicket and quickly.
Arthur there chewing the tracksuit. Must-win game. Otherwise, pack your bags and fly on out. So it's been bizarre weather here, to say the least, in the UAE. Tell you what, I reckon more people would have come in had the sun been smiling a bit more. You and I have been here a lot, Wilco, over the years. It's been crazy weather for this time of the year.
Never seen it like this. Never seen it as overcast. Sorry to keep you up there, Karen. yeah. But no, you're right. I mean, it's normally it's just blue skies all day long and lovely balmy evenings. But it's been cool in Sharjah as well. We had rain. We've had rain here.
It's all the rain dancing that Danny's been doing.
Oh, yeah. the rain dance.
You fiends. Yeah, run out. Great piece of keeping from Rizwan to get rid of the great Mahela Jayawardene. Into the side for Chris Gale. He'd have got out of first gear. Saman Iqbal of Karachi Kings, the owner. And the charge, hustling for 2, and Babar Azam had to. So 8 done, it's 53 for 1. Partnership starting to get going. It's 26 and 31. The spin twins are on. Sunil Narayan and Yasser Shah. Crowd anticipating something to happen here. He's given himself room, and that is sweet, but there is a sweeper.
Well, just quietly, the required run rate is just slipping up, heading towards 9 and over. That's okay, that's manageable, that. But going along at just over 6.5 and over. So that's something that they just need to look at. No 6s yet in this innings from the Karachi Kings, 6 boundaries, but no 6s.
8.62, remember yesterday needed 5 of the last over. So they couldn't get 5 and over, so be careful what you say, Alan. PSL, very unpredictable.
Extremely. What is predictable is that someone will have a share of 100,000 US courtesy of Pepsi in the catcher craw. I think we've got about a dozen. Q Mobile selfie moment there with that gentleman. Well played, Babar Azam.
Playing with a stick of rhubarb. Bubba.
There we are, there's your Q Mobile selfie moment. You take a few of those, Danny, don't you?
Not personally, no.
I've seen a few, Denny.
It's making this look so easy, Bubba Razin. Got to say. It's another level from most we've seen here in the last couple of days.
Let's now just reiterate what you said at the start of the stint, that you said now we've got a game. Whatever there will be a result in this match. There might have been a problem if it had been washed out, and we did have rain. Oh, he's chipped it over Yasir Shah, beaten in flight. Which means that we know that Peshawar Zalmi have qualified. The battle now is between these two. How about this? Barry, what do you think?
Bit of turn, and the ball is gripping. So just early on the shot, Baz McCullum really wanted this to go to hand.
He's going to keep the strike as Bubba Razin. 5 off the 9th, it's 58 for 1. Run rate is creeping up towards 9's the asking rate. So Grant Elliott is coming into the attack for the Qalandars. Let's go sideline to Zainab.
पाकिस्तानी एक्टर फैसल कुरैशी जो है मेरे साथ इस वक्त मौजूद हैं. फैसल, बैक है फॉर PSL, कैसा लग रहा है आपको?
ऑब्वियसली बहुत एक्साइटेड हूँ और इस दफ़ा थोड़ा लेट हो गया काम की वजह से, लेकिन ये है कि थैंक गॉड आई एम हियर और आज ही आया हूँ और बड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट मैच है आज.
और मैच सिचुएशन के बारे में आप क्या कहेंगे? कराची किंग्स को आप सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, अभी तक कैसा लग रहा है आपको टारगेट जो है?
अभी टारगेट खैर इतना ज़्यादा तो है नहीं. अगर ये लोग स्टे करते हैं जिस तरह से बाबर और संगकारा इस वक्त खेल रहे हैं, सो बहुत इजी टारगेट है. और वो सारे ऊपर दोस्त जो हैं लाहौर के, वो आवाज़ें लगा रहे हैं, लेकिन कोई नहीं. आज सिचुएशन जो है, क्योंकि क्रिकेट है, कुछ नहीं कह सकते. कल का मैच अगर आप देखें जो अचानक से कोयटा हारी है, तो वो हमें भी समझ में नहीं आया. और क्रिकेट है, एनीथिंग कैन हैपन.
कराची के आप बॉक्स में बैठे हुए हैं, साथ आपके सलमान इकबाल हैं, सानिया मिर्ज़ा हैं. सलमान इकबाल के बारे में बताएं, कितने नर्वस हैं? बिकॉज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट मैच है कराची के लिए.
ऑब्वियसली इट्स अ 4 बाय द वे, गुड शॉट. सलमान नर्वस थोड़ा सा है, बिकॉज वजह ये है कि आज डू और डाई सिचुएशन है फॉर लाहौर और फॉर कराची. सो ऑब्वियसली होता है, बिकॉज हमारे बिल्कुल साथ जो है वो राना साहब भी बैठे हुए हैं, हम उनसे भी मस्तियाँ कर रहे हैं बैठे हुए. सो लेकिन ऑब्वियसली एक मज़ा चल रहा है, एक शुगल चल रहा है, हम लोग सब यहाँ एंजॉय कर रहे हैं. और इतने सारे पाकिस्तानी दुबई में देखने को मिल जाए तो और क्या चाहिए.
अपना पर्सनली बताएं, आगे के क्या प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं, किस चीज़ में इन्वॉल्व हैं?
अभी कुछ चीज़ें हैं जिन पे काम हो रहा है, स्क्रिप्ट्स हैं, जाके अभी थोड़ी शेप बड़ी कर रहा हूँ, इसीलिए ताकि थोड़ी और बड़ी हो जाए तो फिर मैं सेट पे जा सकूँ. सो लगे में तैयारियाँ कर रहे हैं, कुछ फिल्म्स हैं, कुछ ड्रामे हैं, काम चल रहा है, अल्लाह का शुक्र है.
चलें, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया फैसल आपका, एंड ऑल द बेस्ट.
थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच.
Flying in from all parts of the globe to be here. Sangakkara, a couple of sweet boundaries in this over. Grant Elliott. I don't know. I'd like the keeper standing up and maybe just a little bit more pace off the ball, and has to show all his bag of tricks on this good batting surface, does Grant Elliott.
Probably the most unorthodox shot he's played in this innings. Not so sure it's warranted because he's played so well in such orthodox fashion. 37 from 32.
Got hold of this, and he's found the gap as well. Babar Azam, 14 off the 10th, 70, 2 for 1 now.
Yazir Shah. Just short of the man at square leg. It's a decent position to be in this run chase. 83 required from 59 with 9 wickets in hand. And I don't think they'll want Karachi anyway as a batting team for it to drift too much further in terms of the asking rate, which is under 8.5 required. Runs. McCullum was asking for that man in slip to come into play, but it's eluded him.
He's got a smile on his face. It's probably a pretty wry smile as the 50-run partnership is chalked up in 45 deliveries. It's a lovely delivery. Had some flight, had some turn, good line as well. Look at that seam position.
Can't afford to lose Babar Azam at this stage. And he's got a good tutor at the non-strikers end, because when he played that lap sweep and he missed the ball, Sangakkara went up to him and asked him to just, not take that kind of risk and work it into the gap for a run with his wrist. He's beating him in the flight. Now, twice in this over, he's done that. Yasser has been brilliant in this PSL, proving all those people wrong who think he's not a limited overs bowler. I agree. I think you need to have him. If not in T20, certainly in 50 overs cricket.
I just remember the catch that he took to dismiss Darren Bravo in the test match here to win it last year, October. After bowling 70 or 80 overs, his athleticism is fantastic. He's an asset in the field. Contributing much with the bat, but he can bat. He's getting the ball to spin today. Getting it to rip. 78 for 1. Has to be mindful of his importance, having been set already, starting to take a few risks in his innings, on undue risks as well. Sunil Narayan back into the attack for his third over. It's probably just going to be one over from him, and then they're going to drift elsewhere. Yazid Shah's already bowled 3, so it's an important over. My shot should just be 1.
We've seen a little bit this afternoon too, the fact that captains have gone with 2 spinners on from both ends, but probably offering a little bit different styles. Yazid Shah we saw over before, lots of flight. So viewers in Pakistan, remember, it's cricketgateway.pk. Look at that turn. Not too often you see the wicketkeeper having to do a full stretch dive up to the stumps.
Yeah, it was given as a wide. It turned so much. Up in the air, this should be curtains for Sangha. Amir Yamin taking the catch. He was brought into the attack to pick up a wicket and uncouple the two. This partnership was threatening Qalandars. And they've got a good one in Kumar Sangakkara. He's gone. He just couldn't do anything about that extravagant spin from Sunil Narayan. Just got big on him. He's clearly upset with the shot that he had played. Gone after scoring 20. Partnership broken. Partnership of 53 with Babar Azam. 80 for 2.
Kumar Sangakkara, the last batsman to be dismissed, 20 from 23 deliveries. Very good partnership with Babar Azam. Now to the crease. One of the most informed players, I think, in the PSL. He's been fantastic. Shoaib Malik bowled well. Took 2 for 21. Now has an opportunity to complete the game. I think Sangakkara was so disappointed in himself because the ball before was very similar. Massive turn. You can see it was just an exceptionally loose shot.
It's a lovely shot, that. The amount of turn that Narayan has been able to get, and I think the other end is going to turn for him even more, but he won't get down there today. Oh, look at that again. Look at that again.
Yeah, the moment you go on the back foot, you are in trouble, because if you're trying to read him off the surface, you're late, because it's quick through the air and getting it to turn a mile. You see him camping on the back foot, looking for a cut shot. Obviously, he didn't read the spin on it. It was the other one, the off cutter.
You mind that. For me as a strategist here, I don't think you mind. Just don't give Narayan another wicket here. As I said, this is third over. He probably is going to be pulled out and come back a little bit later on. I think you've got to take advantage of the medium pacers on the surface. I know the asking rate is 9, but Irfan Jr. and company have got to pick to make up with. Wide, that'll help Karachi's course.
And before he comes back again to bowl his last over, I think they need to cover the distance in regard to the scoring rate, so that his 6 balls become that much more easier to tackle. Maybe get him on bowling maybe the 17th over or the 16th overs, not the 18th or the 19th over when the asking rate is around 12 or 13. Then he could be lethal.
Yeah, Rambo, agree with you. That's what I mean. Make up against Irfan Jr. and those guys. 83 for 2. .73 needed from 48 deliveries. Babar Azam critical, probably you would think, to the outcome, although there's Pollard to come, there's Bopara to come. Pepsi Catcher Crow has been riveting throughout this tournament. How many have we got now? 14 already. Catch a 6 in the crowd. How many do you want of the last 5 overs to chase as a batting unit? Give conditions given, attack given.
You've got to target Fakhar Zaman, who's coming on to bowl. Shoaib Malik is in. He's facing his first delivery, but pressure has to be exerted on Fakhar Zaman.
Must be a wide. Show me that again. That has to be a wide. Must be, surely. Sohail Khan's was given a wide, and it was more inside the line than that earlier. But they're human, the umpires.
I think right here, Rambo, this is the over that Karachi Kings really need to look at just to get a big over underneath their belt. He's only bowled in one game, and that was that really low-scoring game here in Dubai. They only put on 59.
Got a wicket. They tried to go after him. And what a magical move by Brendan McCullum and company after that big meeting before the over. Zaman has produced some magic. Skipper smiles. Oh, Baba. 49, 84 for 3. Lahore moment. Big decision to bring the left-arm spinner on because of the purchase being extracted by the spinners on the surface, and I think they want to keep Yazir back just in case one or two of the other batsmen like Pollard don't play the leg spin well. That could be one of the plans for Lahore.
Woohoo! The required run rate at the moment is just a little under 10. And Bish, to answer your question, so 72 off 44 deliveries. I think that's going to be, even in itself, a tough asking rate going through for the rest of these overs because of what this pitch is offering. And because key bowlers like Narayan and Yasir Shah still have overs left.
I mean, the idea was right. He had to go after it. because he's not a regular, but also the fact that he had only scored 4 of his last 7 balls. That may have gotten the better of his temperament.
Successful over. 3 from it, 1 wicket, 86 for 3. Really good contest developing here in the sprinkle rain, and it's time for a cool and cool strategic timeout. Strategic timeout is now complete. Into the final phase of this engrossing contest. 70 from 42 required. 7 wickets in hand for Karachi. And the spinners of Lahore doing an excellent job Pepsi Catch a Crow contest. Remember, if you catch a ball in the stands, you can win a share of $100,000. The rain has been spitting here for quite some time, and it's obviously having an impact now on the ability to grip the ball for the slow men.
I think this is a good move, though, by Brendan McCullum, bringing back on Yasir Shah with the rain around. Look for two, but they'll settle for one. Karachi at the moment are behind on the past score, so I think the thought patterns here for Brendan McCullum is that if we can bring Yasir Shah back on and really pump up that required run rate, makes it even more difficult for the Kings.
These two out there can be power hitters as well, but they need a bit of time, especially Ravi Bopara. Partnership of only 3 from 4 balls, so obviously need a bit of time. Q-Mobile selfie moment. Yeah, he's laughing, he's feeling good.
Get an extra one off the ricochet, and that's, they're going to go upstairs. The other thing Karachi can ill afford is to have any dot balls. Even if you're not hitting a boundary, cannot have dot balls from here on.
We could have an enjoyable running between the wicket session here. He's grounded his bat, he's fine, he's okay. Got an extra run as a result of that direct hit. He was in by a mile. Qatar Airways decision pending. It's got to be a green light.
Oh, trouble. Oh, gone. Excellent. Brilliant fielding at short backward point or short third man. Substitute fielder, Zafar. And this is more trouble for Karachi Kings as Bopara is on the wrong end of that throw. 2 to him, 89 for 4. Three wickets have fallen for 9 runs. This is the last of them.
Yeah, it could have been a very tight single, but Shoaib Malik wasn't interested at all, and bullseye, what a throw. He had a good look at the set of stumps, didn't miss them.
Oh, you just sense in the last little bit that Lahore have just stepped things up a little bit. This is the second great run out in this innings. The first was the keeper, Rizwan, and that's the direct hit by the substitute. So wickets, dots, 3 from it, 89 for 4.
I'm sorry, I haven't said anything. I'm in a little bit of shock. I'm in shock. Brendan McCullum is going to bowl.
Fair to say, I'm probably looking forward to this. I haven't seen him bowl in a T20 franchise competition. The captain, though, there's probably a good reason too, because it's the first time we're going to see Brendan McCullum. Looks like he's going to bowl some off-spin.
Probably because the left-handed Wasim walked in. Imad Wasim is at the crease. Whoops, love me or leave me. And that's very good on the part of Wasim to dispatch it.
This could backfire majorly. Wasn't such a great start. But that's the kind of character Brendan McCullum is. That's a 4 on the bounce over the rope. He'll take a risk or two. But the idea is right. As a left-hander, he needs to, and it's a spinning track, so I guess all he needs to do is to maintain a bit of a discipline.
Well, his brother Nathan's here. I'm tipping he'll have his little black book out going, come on, bro. Maybe a few more tips.
Wide. What Imad Wasim has got to be thinking, well, I'll get a boundary if I can, but the worst I want to do is get a single and get the right-handed Malik on strike. Dot ball.
Well, it's been a mixed bag right from the start from Brendan McCullum. First one went for a 4. That one either would have been a wide or probably should have gone for 4, and it's just dragged down to long on.
A mixed bag with bat and ball. He's got 1 wicket in Test match cricket. So 2 things can happen. Either they could be ultra cautious against him, not fall in the trap, or they could absolutely nail him for 4 or a 6. Well, 2 balls left. Let's see whether they go hard against him. The keeper has gone back, so it's seam-up deliveries now from Brendan McCullum.
What it does tell you is that he came on to bowl off spin because the left-hander was there. Right-hander on strike, now he goes medium pace. So you can understand the theory. And if this ends with a wicket, he'll be the king of Dubai.
Well, he does have form here. He's got 1 Test match wicket here in Dubai. Sarfraz. Good control to go from, it's a bit like Colin Miller, Funky Miller from Australia, but a little bit of off-spin and right-arm meds.
Here, Miles for 6. That's the result that Imad Wasim wanted, and that's what the over needed. 13 off it, 100 up, 102 for 4.
Right, let's go downstairs, Zainab.
पाकिस्तानी एक्टर हुमायूं सईद जो है इस वक्त मेरे साथ मौजूद हैं। हुमायूं, आप सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं PSL को, यहाँ पे दुबई में आए हैं, पहले तो बताएं आपको कैसा महसूस हो रहा है?
जी बहुत अच्छा। लास्ट ईयर से अब इस दफ़ा मैंने देखा है कि लोग और भी ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट से PSL देख रहे हैं, और PSL की सबसे अच्छी बात ये कि एक तो ये पाकिस्तानी टूर्नामेंट है, और दूसरा ये कि मैं देखता हूँ कि नया टैलेंट जो है सामने आ रहा है। IPL की वजह से इंडियन टीम को बहुत फ़ायदा हुआ, या पूरी टीमों को बहुत फ़ायदा होता है। ये वाहिद टूर्नामेंट है जिससे हमारे नए लड़के जो हैं वो निकल के सामने आ रहे हैं, और हमारे बहुत सारे स्टार्स जो एक्चुअली इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट नहीं खेल रहे, बट उसकी वजह से हमें उन्हें यहाँ देखना मिलता है, और वो दे आर परफॉर्मिंग वेरी गुड।
और कराची किंग्स को आप सपोर्ट करें, दुबई के एटमॉस्फेयर के बारे में क्या कहेंगे? शारजाह में भी ज़बरदस्त क्राउड्स आए हैं, तो व्हाट डू यू हैव टू से अबाउट द एटमॉस्फेयर?
बहुत अच्छा है। मेरे ख्याल से मैंने और भी बहुत सी जगहों पे मैचेस देखे हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पे मैच देखने का मज़ा बहुत आता है। एक तो ये लाइटिंग यहाँ की बहुत अच्छी है, और जब यहाँ बैठो तो एनवायरनमेंट जो है वो एटमॉस्फेयर बहुत कमाल है। तो यस, ये टेंशन बहुत ज़्यादा है।
Now this is going to be very close. I think he's short of his ground here. Amir Yamin was the fielder. Last thing they can afford to do now is lose. Oh gosh, he's miles out. He was not in the same frame. That's a great shame, but the Qatar Airways decision will confirm that Shoaib Malik is out, run out for 6. Tremendous fielding by Yamin, and Karachi are in trouble. 103 for 5. Well, if ever Karen Pollard needed to score runs, it is tonight. Strike rate of 168. This is the end of Shoaib Malik.
Never a run there, never. It's not even in the frame. A direct hit. I think even if he hadn't hit the wickets, the keeper would have done the job.
And it was his call. Shoaib Malik, he called it. He called for the run because that ball went behind square. Superb fielding. 5 down, and that run rate for Karachi is creeping up towards 12. 11.5 and over. Pollard has got to come up with something special.
Sure does, and he's the man for the occasion. About time he could wield that willow. It's 11.5 asking rate, 52 from 27. You know, Ahmad Wazim's capable at finding the fence or going over it. But Pollard holds a big key here for Karachi.
Yeah, big games, you need your marquee players to stand up. Pollard needs to stand up right here. Narayan, on the other hand, he needs to stand up for Qalandars, get a wicket.
Oh, there's turn there. There's plenty of it for Narayan. Plenty going on in the HBL box. Joining their PSL for 2017. He's gone over extra this time. Has he got enough on this? Yes, he will. It beats Grant Elliott. It's 108 for 5. 48 required from 4 overs for the Karachi Kings. If they lose tonight, they're out of the HBL PSL. Karachi Kings, 48 required from 4 overs. If they don't get these runs, they are out of the PSL for 2017. It's going to be Sohail Tanvir to bowl next. Those people are in the right seats for a Pepsi Catch a Crore, a share of 100,000 US. Ravi Bopara, glum look, run out. Shoaib Malik, run out. Mahela, run out. Pollard's just come in. Pollard over, short extra. He's got immense power, Karen Pollard. Even though these boundaries are substantially bigger than Sharjah, this ground's not big enough sometimes when it comes to Pollard and his muscular hitting. So reiterate, Bazid Khan, Barry to your friends. If Karachi lose this, they're on the way home. What do you say, Barry?
Well, it's over 12 now, the run rate required. And Pollard will have to bring all his muscle to the party. We know Imad Wasim can bat, can strike it well, but marquee players need to stand up.
So Bazid, if Karachi lose, un go gar wapas jana hoga. Yep.
Very true.
On their way home, Danny. But not yet. Imad Wasim. Pollard is the man who can turn this around.
Something's got to give here, but you look at Sohail, Amir, the new ball bowlers. Not much at all, really, in terms of strike power. Pollard, so much resting and riding on those broad shoulders.
And he's hit as many 6s as 4s in his 2020 career. Over 340 of them. So 3 run-outs we've had. This is Mahela Jawadna. Wonderful keeping from Rizwan Jawadna. Bopara had come out of the blocks. Bang, those stumps had gone. And then Shoaib Malik. 3 direct hits. I'm in the fielder for the 3rd. Swing of the bat. Only 1.
Lot rests with this man, Sohail Tanvir. Played for Karachi last year, was traded for Chris Gale. And now he has to bowl probably this over and the 19th and close out the game for Lahore Qalandars.
Yeah, good one, Baz. I like that. Swapped him over. So he's got a destiny here. As Sohail could finish it, maybe. Enough of it. Ah, you know it. It has gone way back from Pollard. Talk about striking. Talk about timing.
Talk about power. Talk about muscle. It was a slow one, floated up, waited for it, and got the middle of the bat. Air miles, and easily cleared the fence.
It's gone straight into the dressing room. Change the ball, change the ball.
Wake up, you boys.
Oh, well bowled. Tanvir straight in at the toes. 119 for 5. .37 required from 3 overs. Now McCullum's bowled himself for 1. We now have a conference captain and look at this, 8 bowlers. McCullum went for 13, his last ball went for 6. Yasir Shah has finished 4 overs, none for 20. Narayan has finished, he's the crucial one, 4 overs, 1 for 19. 13 of those 4 overs, 13 balls were dot balls. So it's only the keeper, Cameron Delport, and Umar Akmal who haven't had a bowl. And actually, in the inaugural edition of the PSL, we saw Cameron Delport bowling. Now Yamin, 2 overs, none for 14. The responsibility now on him to bowl a good over in here, the 18th. Pollard on strike. That's a good work. That's a good start. Pollard might want to. He's coming back for the second. I think he's all right. Gee, it's another direct hit.
Was it? Wanted it to be. I tell you what, he would have been in deep trouble. Let's have a look at this replay, looking for the review. A lot of fans are saying not out. I think first time real time. Looked okay. Yeah, big percentage say that Pollard is safe. There's the slide and gather. Yeah, direct hit would have been very tight, but this is NO, spells no.
Qatar Airways, Air Miles, and it's not out.
He is in the groove straight away, Pollard. He hasn't had anything to have a look at it. He's just launched straight into this little white ball. Captain of the Karachi Kings, Kumar Sangakkara, looking at the screen. 34 required from 16. Salman Iqbal, the owner of the Karachi Kings. 2 overs after this. Well done, Salman. Good counting. Brandon McCullum, just superb architect of so many things as a captain. He's a wonderful captain. Just changing things around now. What's he got here? And he's come back behind point. He's got 2 behind point offside. Wasim. It's a full toss. Can only biff it to extra. That's all. He gets 1 from a full toss. Awad Rana, owner of the Lahore Qalandars, pensive moments.
All 3 balls from Amir have been attempted Yorkers. So I think Pollard can maybe predict that this one again will be very, very full. Maybe go back deep into the crease. I don't think he plays a lot of ramp shots. So maybe just use the depth of the crease.
Three balls to go this over. Pollard goes straight back over the bowler's head. He'll get 4. Is Pollard going to get them home? There's somewhere to go yet, but he started so well.
So good at going downtown is Pollard. One of his favourite areas with a little bottom hand flick. That's all it is. That's all it needs to be. Straight as an arrow. Delightful.
Pollard now, that's his first boundary. He's hit a 6 as well. 17 from 8, Pollard. Karachi fighting for their lives to stay in this PSL. They need 29 off 14 balls. Now there's an extra cover, and there is a man virtually standing behind the bowler. And there's a deep extra on the fence. And he goes short. Is that a wide? Pollard wants the wide. He's gestured to the umpire, and he's now got his hands on hips. He's saying to the umpire, why don't you call that a wide? And I think with some justification. I think that should have been a wide.
Teapot from Pollard.
Why isn't this a wide? Why isn't that a wide?
Shot down the leg side. It's a wide, Alan. But the umpire doesn't agree with you. Danny doesn't either.
Oh, got to go with Pollard on that. What do you think, Daniel?
Very close to gloving that through to the keeper. Almost out there.
Forward runner on the left, Qalandars, Salman Iqbal on the right, Karachi Kings. Pollard. One ball to complete the 18th over. This over's gone for 8. Needs a boundary. He won't get it. There is a deep extra out there, and that was well bowled. 9 from the over, 128 for 5. Pollard making his feelings known here with our umpire's cam and just saying, look, how can you not call that wide? Ranmore Martinez from Sri Lanka, neutral umpire. Well, all umpires are neutral. Danny. 28 required from 2 overs. Tanvir. Ooh, would have been a wide, wouldn't it? That would have been a wide.
It's not a bad place to bowl. He just wants to get the height right. He's asking Pollard to fetch it. So here is Tanvir looking for the wide Yorker line. Yeah, it would have been a wide. But you can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to hit that blue marker. Yeah, frustrations all around the ground, in the box, in the stands, owners, coaches, fans.
Oh dear. Oh, they're going for the run, the bye. They'll get it. That is a bye, isn't it? Yes, it is. Just keep eye on too many things going on out there. Danny's not helping.
Yeah, fine leg was up in the circle. The shot was on. No execution. Glove was off before the ball was bowled. Rizwan thinking on his feet. But every ball without a boundary, Qalandars will be doing well. They'll be very happy with that.
26 required from 10. Pollard's on strike. Pollard goes downtown, and that's cleared long off. It's 6.
Suddenly 2 deliveries changes the state of the match. This has gone for 6. Can the next one also go for 6 and suddenly drop it to 14 required? All of a sudden this game turns on its head in 2 deliveries. And the man to do it, Big Pollard.
BP. Karen Pollard now with his second 6. Big bat of his, and Kumar Sangakkara, they can only watch. 20 required from 9. Yorker, good length, well bowled. Takes a lot of nerve when you're bowling at someone like Pollard, and you got to keep him quiet. It's a bit like talking to Danny.
Yeah, so much experience, Sohail Tanveer, bowling at the back end of T20 cricket. Just needs to nail one more Yorker or 2 more Yorkers. 20 of 8.
Yeah, you feel that 1 or 2, they've got to get a boundary here. 6, they have to get a boundary in these 2 remaining balls from this 19th over. Can't leave it all to the last over. Pollard on 25. Goes leg side 2, he wants 2. He'll get 2. Good running, good running.
Yeah, feel a little aggrieved maybe. He couldn't find the fence there with that lovely bit of wrist work. Tanveer missed the mark and it was a full toss. Pollard, can this disappear for the maximum? And then there's a dozen off the last over, which is very gettable.
There's a lot of tense people inside the stadium. Oh dear, she can hardly watch. She's got the blue nail varnish for Karachi. Pollard, last ball of the 19th. It's a wide, it's going to be a wide. He'll get the wide. Pollard looks, he stares at Sohail Tanveer. Had to be called, that one. So it's 17 required. Yep.
Sohail Tanveer is going full. He's going for those Yorkers. But with Pollard on strike, he's so good downtown that Sohail striving for that bit extra.
Where's he gone? Over extra this time. He's turned this inside out. Oh, there's a mix-up. Can they get 3? Pollard's coming back for 3. Oh, I think he's got it. He's home. And Pollard's got 3. And importantly, he's got the strike. 14 needed off the last over. 142 for 5. Umar Akmal, that was. There was a bit of a mix-up here. This is Umar Akmal. He gathers and throws it to McCullum, who wasn't expecting it. Here we go. Oh, yeah. And that mix-up meant that Pollard could come back for 3. Well, this young man has got responsibility of defending 14. He once defended 8 off the last over for Multan against Karachi in Rawalpindi 2 years ago. Pollard. Oh, it's McCullum. McCullum stops the boundary.
And when he parries it down, does it come off his boot and ping back into the field of play? I tell you what, they've got to have a referral for this. If he was touching the boundary cushion at the point. Watch this there. He's let it go there. Hits the boot, that's sweet. Oh yeah, we've seen a bit of luck. I reckon it's the second occasion now. It's come off the boot from a fielder near the boundary.
Great fielding this. Gets his balance back. He saved the boundary. He has saved 2 runs. He's not in contact with the ball there. The ball touches his trailing leg there. He's not in touch with those boundary cushions. Right. 2 off the first ball. Karachi need 12 off 5. If they don't get them, they are out of the PSL. Pollard's the man on strike. Swivels around. Will only get 1. That was a ball that asked to sit up and be hit into the stands. 11 from 4 required.
Over to you, Imad Wasim. He can be a hero today for Karachi Kings. Can strike the ball. Again, like Pollard, he hits straight and maybe over extra. But it was there to be hit. Pollard, yeah, you can see the disappointment. Probably a boundary ball.
They all knew it. That ball was short enough for Pollard to swivel around, but he hit it fine and much too fine. Okay, Imad Wasim. He's on strike. He's got 18 from 13. What have we got? What has he got? Mid-off is up. 4 on the leg side boundary. Third man is up inside the circle.
Come on, Chief. Can you be a hero for the boys in blue?
Smashes it straight to extra cover. So, Pollard is on strike with 10 required from 3 balls.
Oh, yeah. Scripted big time for the big West Indian. Next 2 deliveries to disappear. Can KP do this?
If the scores are tied, we have a super over. If the scores are tied, it's tense. Pollard on 33, 1 boundary, 2 sixes, 10 needed from 3. It's wide, it's wide. They've gone up for the catch. The umpire, what's he doing? He's not giving anything. He said that Pollard's hit the ground.
Gone for the wide Yorker, Amin. And there's been a huge appeal.
But how valuable is this ball? Yeah, he hasn't hit it. He's hit the ground. He's hit the ground. But it's a dot ball, and the context of this tournament, that is worth its weight in a month's salary.
2 boundaries, 10 of 2. Field set very, very straight. So long off and long on, very straight. He can't afford to pitch short because 3 men inside the circle on the offside.
6 and a 4, we've got a super over. Now then, 6 it is. 6, that's what Pollard and Karachi had to get.
Oh, Wilco, you're getting your wish. The first part of it anyway. Tension here, the 150 up now in style, courtesy of Kyron Pollard. And here we go, it's come down to the last ball.
Getting too excited here. 4 wins it. A 4 wins it. 3, we have a super over. Fawad Rana is the owner of the Qalandars. Sangakkara is captain of Karachi Kings. It's a nail-biter. 3 runs, we have a super over. 4 off the last ball. And Karachi survive.
Oh, I love this game. We've had some cracking finishes at the end of Sharjah jaunt. Now here, business end of the HBL PSL looking great.
It's got to be a 4 or a 6 for Karachi. Pollard! Karachi Karachi have won. They are still in the PSL. They survive another day.
Now they're going crazy, and so's everyone on the ground, and they're invading here are the Blue Army. Wonderful scenes here at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium, because Pollard has done it.